Hello, welcome to Bryant's Fitness Systems. This video is all about the shaman's tools that I use. I started studying shamanism in 2012. Then I became a master C.H.E.K practitioner. And then I started doing drumming and getting more and more into shamanism. And the shamanism that I'm really into is the 9 rites, which is a Peruvian system where you just use love and compassion in which to heal yourself and heal your clients. And you're using the 4 winds society system, which has been set up by Dr. Alberto Valado, PhD. He's written about 25 books on the subject, loads of videos online that you can watch. But the system is really amazing. I really love it. And I'm doing his 6 months Master Shaman course because I've been doing the shaman work and that since 2012. But I felt that I wanted to go deeper. I needed to learn much, much more, even though I know a lot already. And I wanted to get a bit of paper that says that I'm actually qualified so I can get insurance and stuff like that. And in today's society, they all want to see a bit of paper all the time, which I don't really need to. My accountant said to me he wasn't a qualified accountant, but he was brilliant at his job. He's now retired, God bless him. So this is the Rosa Florida water, where you can use this in which to clean your own energy field. And I use it for the 4 winds in which to cleanse the area and call spirit in. So you can put it on your hands and rub it down your chakras, over your Wirya here, which is your 8th chakra, where the shaman's power comes from. Okay, so the 8th chakra is like your God halo type thing, or the Buddha energy field that you see over Buddha, or what the energy field that you see over Jesus's head, if that makes sense. Then the next thing I found to be fantastic, which I used this on a client, this is rose quartz, big crystal, which I used on a client a couple of days ago. And I just gave it to her just to hold in the living room and before we started the treatment. And all of a sudden she felt really sick. So I let her go to the toilet. She was sick in the toilet and come back and felt really good. And I said, do you think you've had a big release? Because she's had some stuff go on in her life. And she said, yeah, I really feel really, really good. I said, okay, so let's do the healing now. So we've done the healing, which was over an hour. And the feedback I got, and she started singing and dancing, and her whole mood totally changed. So I know I released something in her, and I checked her for the chakras, and one of the chakras was blocked. So I released it and got rid of some dark energy, Hucha, which was around her because she's had a real dark period for all of this year. So I'm hoping that the rest of the stuff that I'm going to show her later on will help her to grow and to go more forward in her life. So the next thing that we can use is, I've got eagle feathers here, and we can use these for cutting cords. So somebody can put a cord into you. It can be a loved one. It could be somebody that hates you. It could be somebody from 3,000 years ago has got a cord in you that's affecting your energy field. It's affecting the way that you think. And using this can really help to cut these cords. And you can use it when you're smudging the body. Another way to cleanse your energy field is with sage, and you can waft it over the body as well with the feather. Okay. The next thing that 9 rites shamans have is a mesa. And this is my mesa. It's got 13 stones where I've been around the medicine wheel in which to heal myself. And this becomes my power mesa, in which I use to get rid of Hucha in my clients and to rebalance them. And when I'm doing an illumination, I open this up. The client chooses a stone, and that stone will give me the information on what chakra is blocked and what center needs to be worked on. but then the client can keep going back to find out what's causing their issue, whether it was 10,000 years ago or whether it was an old lover that's causing the problem in the body. Then I use rose petals, which I put in a bowl of water, and I put a candle in it, and that is something that the spirits really like, that gives them some great energy. The other thing that I use is I've got a little spray bottle here, because sometimes I don't want to put the Florida water in the mouth because it tastes horrible, and I just, and I use that instead. That's another way of doing it. And another way of calling spirit is I've got some Bach flower remedy in here, and I would in which to feed the spirits and keep them energized. But I don't really like doing that neither, because it spits everywhere. But it's something I'm learning to get better at. And then here I've got my little bells that the spirits like. And then obviously you can't see it, but I've got a big altar here, where the altar is where the mesa sits, and where I've got lots of crystals in which to keep everything powered up. The other thing that you can do is that you can get sage, and you can get these here. There we go. Some joss sticks. I use these ones, and you can burn them, you know, before a meditation, after a meditation, or if you would just want to say thank you to spirit, you can do that as well. Oh, here's another tool that I use. It's another shaman's tool. It's a Vogel crystal with 13 sides, and I use this to extract entities. Now, Alberto Villoldo says people get entities from dead family members, and sometimes it can be a bad entity that's got into you or that's in somebody else and jumps into your body. And that's why shamans do lots of practice, regular practice, at least twice a day, of keeping our chakras clean and strong to stop us getting entities. And if you have an entity, how you will know, you might be depressed, you might feel sad, you might have a relation, like your father might have died and he might have been a heavy drinker, you start heavy drinking. You normally would take on the traits of your mother, father or family member that died, which is not normally you. That's when you know. Does that make sense? And as a shaman, I do special tests to find out whether you've got an entity, whether you've got hutcha in the body. And then the other thing that you can get is daggers and darts. Another thing that I use is this. I can't remember where I bought it. I know it was in London somewhere, and it just spoke to me. So this is my cord cutter for cutting cords, as well as using the feather. But this is really, really good. I've used it a few times with clients that have had cords. And the thing with the cords is that, let's say you've got an old lover that you can't get out of your head. So that means they've got a cord in you. And when I cut the cord, they will never contact you again. And you'll stop thinking about them. So you have to be prepared to never speak to them again. What they might do is they might try and contact you and call you, but you need to stop it dead. Does that make sense? And we seal the area where the cord is. And the reason why I'm doing the 6 months studying, not only to get the certificate, but to understand it at an even deeper level. So a friend of mine is a shaman in America, and he sees different things to me. So he's done the 6 month study. So he's on a much even deeper level than what I am, even though I've been doing it since 2012. Does that make sense? So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, please like, please share. Click the link below if you want to book me for a shaman session. But normally I book 10 shaman sessions so we can really get huge change in your body and get you feeling amazing. And I'm convinced that most people that are depressed and on antidepressants don't really need them. They've got an entity, they've got dark energy that needs to be shifted in which to clear their energy field. Okay, thanks very much for listening. Peace out. I'm still training. Speak soon. Bye.